Hey y'all, it's Matt Taylor, back again for day number 2 of As Real As It Gets, my daily vlog series of me starting up a farm in Western Canada. Now yesterday I started out buying some equipment, then heading to field number 2 and field number 4 to do some contracts. Then I went to field number 10, worked into the night a little bit, got some sleep, and now it's about 10 after 6 in the morning. I'm going to get back onto field number 10 here, finish this one out, and then I want to go and look at the fields around town and figure out where I want to start growing my own crops. So I'm going to get to work here. I'm going to hopefully finish out this contract pretty quickly, and then I'll pick it back up with you when it's time to go look for fields of my own. So as you can see here in Western Canada in early spring, it's still pretty chilly, sitting at about -1, and I'm just really hoping it warms up so that the ground doesn't freeze, because then I wouldn't be able to finish this contract, and I really need the money so I can go and buy those fields. So keep your fingers crossed. Hopefully it'll warm up and the ground won't freeze, and I can get this done and head out and buy some fields. So if we take a quick look at the contracts that I've taken so far, you can see here I've finished contracts on field number 2 and field number 4, and I'm currently working on field 10. So I'll be looking at about $120,000 in the bank after I collect on these contracts, which should really help me buy the fields that I want to get. You can see I've accepted a whole bunch of other contracts. I'm really hoping I'll be able to get those ones done too, but if I get into crunch time and I need to get onto my own fields, I may just have to let those ones go. Alrighty, so I'm all finished up here with field number 10. I gotta get this tractor and plow to the dealer, get them fixed up, because they've been getting serious work out doing these contracts. I've plowed about 200 acres or so in the last day. So once I get them fixed up, I'm gonna head out in my truck and take a look at the fields I want to buy. So I just got the tractor and disc maintained at the dealer, and I just wanted to show you how I entered it into Farm at Hand. So again, if you go into your Farm at Hand app, and you go into your equipment list, you just select the tractor there, and then we go into the maintenance tab. I added a maintenance entry for regular engine maintenance, and if we go in, we can see it cost me $786 that time, and the hours at the time were 322.5. And if we take a quick look at the disc, again, you go into the maintenance tab, maintain the sections, just regular maintenance again, and you see it cost me $336, and the hours on the disc at the time were 110.4. So I got the tractor and the disc maintained, and now I want to go for a little ride in the truck and take a look at a couple of fields that I've had my eye on, and a place to start building my own farm. Because while I've been enjoying the custom work, I do really want to set out on my own, do my own thing, and grow my own crops. So we'll go for a little ride in the truck. I'll bring you along. We can take a look at a couple of fields and see if I want to buy them, so I can start growing my own crops and doing my own thing. I've got the equipment, I got a bit of money, now all I need is the land. So let's go get it. So first up here we've got field number 19. It's about 50 acres or so. You can see it's got a little bit of rolling terrain to it. I do have a contract right now to plow it for the current owner, so maybe I'll take care of that first, see if I like working the field, see if I like its curves, and then I'll take it from there. And who knows, maybe even doing that contract will earn me a little bit of goodwill with the owner. So let's head out to our next stop. Now here we are at our next stop, and bear with me because I know that this place doesn't look all that special. Believe me, it doesn't look that special to me either. But I really do think that there's something pretty neat about this area. I like this land, I like that old barn back there you can see through the trees, and I really think that this might be a good spot for me to start building my farm. An added bonus is that if I buy field number 19 that we just looked at, I could expand it into the back part of this land if I cleared some of the trees, and I think it'd be a really good spot for me to start out. So with that in mind, I'm going to get back in the truck and take you on to the next spot. Alrighty, so here we've got field number 7. Now, this is about 40 acres or so, pretty rectangular, doesn't have any rounded corners, anything like that. Overall, pretty standard piece of land. The nice thing about this field is that I wouldn't have to put a lot of work into it in the first year. It's already been fertilized a couple of times, it doesn't need to be plowed, doesn't need any lime, so I could really just get right into it and not have to worry too much about this field. And now I have just one more field I want to show y'all, and then I'm going to be making my decision. So last but not least, I've got field number 4 here. It's about 50 acres, so about the same size as field 19 that I looked at first, 10 acres bigger than field number 7 that we just looked at. It's rectangular, just the same as field number 7. I did just finish a plowing contract on this field, so I know it doesn't need to be plowed, but it does need lime and fertilizer, so it will be more work than field number 7. Another downside is that it's a fair ways away from where I want to build my home. Field 19 and Field 7 are pretty close, whereas this one's a little further away. So I have to figure out if I'm willing to bring equipment over here and travel a little bit more, if it means working an extra 10 acres. All in all, I've got lots of options to weigh, lots to figure out, so that I can get going on growing my own crops. So given the amount of money I have, I do only have enough money to buy that piece of land to start building my farm and 2 of the 3 fields that I looked at. So now comes the tough choices. Like I said, I do want to do the contract that I have for field number 19 before I make my decision, so I should be able to finish that this afternoon, and then I can make my choice. Alright, so I'm back at the dealer, pick up my tractor, and go and do that contract on field 19 so I can figure out which fields I want to buy. So here I am back at field number 19. I'm going to finish out this contract quickly, take some time while I'm plowing to think about what I want to do, and then go with my gut and start up my farm. So I've been sitting here plowing, thinking about what I want to do, and I think I've got it figured out. I'm going to go and I'm going to buy field number 4 and field number 7. Now, the reason for that is that they're both fertilized 2 stages already, so they'll take fewer inputs to really get off the ground this year. And I really want to be able to just jump right in. At the same time, field number 19 here that I'm working on, it's 50 acres of land, but it's actually only 40 acres of field, so I'd be paying extra money for land that I can't use this year. I'd have to wait until next year when I've had a chance to plow it up, make it a little bit bigger. So I think that for now it's smarter, go ahead and buy field 4 and 7, really put my money to work, and then I'll actually be able to have a little bit more money left over in the bank to build up my own farm, and also make sure I have money to buy seed, buy fertilizer, do anything else that I need to do. As you can see, I think my stagger here needs a bit of a paint job, so we should probably go and do that. So I'm going to take care of business, and then I'm going to go and buy field number 4 and field number 7. So it turns out I was mistaken when I was talking about fields 4 and 7. It looks like field 4 actually isn't fertilized. I thought it was fertilized 2 stages already, but apparently not. So it looks like if I buy it, I'm going to have to fertilize it. But you know what? I think it's still going to be the best to go with because it's big. It's going to give me a fair bit of land to work with, and I do think that overall it's going to give me the best bang for my buck. So I'm still going to go ahead and buy field 4 and 7, and then I can get to work putting fertilizer down on field number 4. And if I add the lime overlay, looks like field 4 needs some lime as well, so I'm definitely going to be putting that 35-40 lime spreader to work, and then I can really get a taste for how this is going to go. So by buying fields 4 and 7, I've got just over 90 acres of land to work with, and then I'm going to go ahead and buy this unnumbered parcel over here, $160,000, about 20 acres of land there, and that's going to give me lots of room to build up my farm. Now I'm headed out to my new piece of land that I'm going to build my farm on. I want to figure out where I can put down a house so I can really start to settle in. Well, here it is, home sweet home. I know it doesn't look like much, but I'm pretty excited to be putting down my roots here, and I think it's going to be a great spot to get started. Now I'm going to take the rest of the day, try and think about how I want to set this place up, maybe start building a house, and I will pick it back up with you guys tomorrow, and you can see what progress I've made, and I can get going on my own fields. Let's go! So that's it for today's vlog. Matt Taylor, out. Alright people, I know I said that was it for today's vlog, but I couldn't help myself. I really had to share this. I'm way too excited. So I got a house trucked in, it's in place, it's ready to go. I'm ready to sleep in it tonight, and I even have another little surprise to show you too. So just across the driveway from the house, I had this garage installed. Pretty basic, but it's gonna do all I needed to do, which is just store my truck. So now I've got a place to keep my baby out of the elements, and I couldn't be more excited. This place is really starting to come together. I can't wait to get back to it tomorrow, get going on my fields, get to work, and really see this place just take off. So I will be back tomorrow with more farming. Thank you very much for watching. Matt Taylor, out.